Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Noct and this is Stanley Parable. So, what did we do last time? I forgot.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Maybe. In time, we will see. Wait, what if I do this ending with the bucket?
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Yeah.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
Oh,
the bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed,
I love it.
and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
Brow?
No.
What?
Said the bucket.
Not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
What the
As
fuck?
Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
What the fuck is happening? Did the bucket kill me?
My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew
Bucket?
the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today.
Bucket?
Come, let's restart the game.
No.
And we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
No fucking way. Of course you restarted it to me. Of fucking course, you just want to get rid of Bucket.
All
I
of
knew
his
it.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Fucking know it.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had... Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very
See?
lucky.
I won't
indeed.
leave behind Bucket. Bucket is my friend. More of a friend than you, Mr. Narrator. Or is that even your real name?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I really don't remember what I wanted to do. I think I wanted to do the other ending. Yeah, the other one. Did I collect all of them? No. Both red and blue, okay.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket
upstairs?
walked upstairs to the boss's office.
And then... Ooh, what was the code?
Stepping into his manager's
2548?
office, Stanley was once again
485?
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket
Okay, 2845.
all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
So now, if I continue to go this way, I should get to the mind control facility, if I remember that. I think. Maybe not. Okay, come on.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Yes, the bucket is here for me, unlike you, Mr. Narrator.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Can I fall here, maybe? Interesting. Very interesting.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Whoa! Okay, I fell.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket.
No.
Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again,
I have to go back.
Staying on the path.
No.
It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Bucket, you are the wisest. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you. You are the best. I do not deserve you, Bucket. I do not do it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent.
Yes.
Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded on. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to...
Okay, so I cut out all the way to this
He
place.
screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never!
Yeah.
He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
Bucket.
At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
I mean, can you blame Stanley? Can you blame me? The bucket was the only
But here was
trustworthy
the proof.
companion here.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another
Time to turn
human
it
life.
off. Time to end this.
For he
No
and the
more mind
bucket
control.
would dismantle the...
So what now?
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Was it?
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
What? Hey, don't get stuck.
Wait, what was happening? Why had the door stopped?
What's happening?
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty.
Come on.
Until finally
Open.
the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
No, it's my bucket.
Part with the bucket.
I won't give you my bucket.
Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
At least you're here,
To be
bucket.
trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I?
Yeah.
Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Eternal darkness, here I come. I won't throw away bucket. No matter what. So... Okay, another loop.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
In the previous ending, I
Stanley
remembered
decided
something.
to go to the meeting room.
I wanted to
Perhaps
check
he
the
had simply
room,
missed a
but I
memo.
can't bring the bucket with me. There was one on the other pass. So I'm gonna get there.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors.
Okay, so let's see. The place should be around here. Yeah, the no bucket room.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
The last Stanley, or what was the name?
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Stiggly
Savor this
Wiggly.
moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Yes.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So,
Fucking asshole.
instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Well, at least I have them all. 6 out of 6. Okay, so what did he say? Door on the left?
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope, I'm going through the blue. You did not let me bring bucket?
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies
Yes.
at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
I just want you to
Work
suffer,
with me.
honestly.
You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There
Let's
we
see.
go. A third option. This already feels
Ooh.
leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
I'm so tempted to not go on the third option, but go in the first or the second. But let's see.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
Yeah?
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices?
I mean...
Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I mean, alright, no.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge.
Well, you gave me the
based on the
right to do
data
it.
from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Okay.
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, the Stanley Parable worldwide leaderboard. Do I need to go this way?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Nope.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Okay, this is almost fun. But, we all know that I just want to see the baby burn.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Both.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Let's see. What will you bring me? Whose game will it be? Oh, Firewatch.
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Definitely
Yes,
twisted
that
and
must
erotic.
be it. What a fascinating venture into the
Pocket.
experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay, let's see. Don't tread on me. There's no way down, right? Ah, there is. Another way. On the other fucking side, of course, there is the way. 50% chance I will choose right. And I choose wrong. I like the atmosphere.
Oh,
It's pleasant.
No, it can't be.
What? What can be? Tell me, please.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
Nope.
Oh,
How dare you?
thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Oh, I want to escape.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Is there no way
I
out?
think this will be just the thing.
What will it be? I'm scared. What the...
wonderful.
Rocket
See, this
League.
is exactly what I had in mind.
Okay.
Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I mean, maybe I can get
Okay,
lost.
so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
Give me the ball.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball.
Oh,
have fun.
Oh. Can I push it? Oh, I can. I can push it. Okay. Come on.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
I am winning.
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one... Hold on. What are you doing?
This was not intended. This was not intended at all. Okay, so... Oh.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Eek. I did not intend to fall even more. Walk. Oh. What is this place? This feels like a horror game all of a sudden. Hello? Is there anyone here? Oh, I see light. $4.25. $4.27. I think this is the original Half-Life mod version. Maybe, unsure. I don't think I ever played the mod. Okay, what do I need to do here? I'm really confused. Come on. Where is the narrator? I hate his gods, but I want him back. Okay, so this was not the right way. Oh!
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
This sounds really bad. Okay, narrator, are you an evil mastermind trying to kill me or take over the world or whatever it is? What is your main purpose? The loading is stuck. I don't remember if it was ever stuck like this before. Stuck like that. Oh. He's not here. Oh.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
What? Do I actually get a special ending for collecting them? Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. I actually wanted to end the episode, but this is weird. The memory zone. Yeah, that's a new way.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
7. Okay, this is getting a bit creepy. 8.
And here was a second Stanlerine. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways. Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
I can, it was the restroom.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the boss's bathroom.
Okay, 9 out
it
of
was the
6.
third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Okay.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have
I
happened.
never saw this room. What? 10 out of 6, okay. What the fuck?
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
How you found it? By the Narrator. Was that back then? Yeah, it's Mini Stan 5. You found it near the cargo booth. Thanks for watching. Okay. Credits directed by Narrator, edited by Narrator, music by Narrator, blah blah blah, starring Stanley. Copyright Narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Oh, the red and the blue.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was
Yeah?
a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Both of them lead me to the same place, okay. You are in the present.
And then there was no...
Oh, that's creepy.
because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
What the fuck just happened?
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here,
What?
keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Okay. This is getting weirder and weirder every second.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember
13 out of
this.
6.
I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
Okay. I will get the rest for you then, I guess.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video?
I remember
we
the video.
watched?
I don't want to watch it again. Okay, at least it's the best one,
Yes,
Nathan.
I love that video.
Now the pink room.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Yeah, I can agree. Not the worst room I ever saw.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Okay. Next one will be... Oh yeah, the stairway. Stairway? I
This
don't
was
remember.
our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
Okay. So now the first one from the convention.
This is
The
it,
presentation.
the very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Before this, I don't think anything came. Collect them all. Yeah, collectibles. Oh, the jump circle.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
Okay, you get more memories, I guess. Just don't kill me. Yet.
Oh, yes! The two doors! Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
427, yeah?
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
What?
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But,
What?
I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again.
So Stanley never
I want to go
existed.
back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yeah. The end is never the end is, the never is the end is. So, are we in a new loop now? I want to end the video. Come
Someone
on.
was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Okay. I'm getting creeped out a bit.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Okay, I
and
think this
entered
is
the
just a new
door on
loop.
his left.
I don't think anything is here. So I'm gonna end the episode here. Hopefully, we won't miss anything. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye.